The thing that I never thought I'd be doing as a marketing manager would be part of a team organising a photo shoot with a real bus, a real cow, 20 lyric staff, a dame and numerous other people on a farm in a field somewhere in Surrey. It was kind of the most surreal experience I think lots of us have had in the marketing department, trying to source a cow. There's always different shows and every show's got a different writer, different director, different cast. We're involved in the show from the very beginning of the process. We do take home different scripts and get to read them and feedback. We are involved in everything, so from the read through we will sit in there with the cast, we'll sit in there with the directors and the creative team, we'll hear the play for the very first time. We also get to see the model box and see what the set will look like. We have to organise production photography, rehearsal photography. So we're thinking about the images that we want to use for the shows, so we're reading scripts, researching images, creating photo shoots and organising those. So we're often in and out of the rehearsal room and speaking to the actors. My colleague Megan works to put together the programmes, so we're talking to the actors and their agents and going back and checking those with them. Sometimes you do get to meet famous people and you do get to talk to them, and people that you've kind of respect and admire and have seen their shows that they've directed or seen their seen them acting in something, and that's always really, really exciting, and it's always the thing that I think we forget sometimes, that we do actually get to do quite cool things.
I've actually had quite a roundabout way into this job. I started kind of running small theatres, fringe theatres and one that was in town. And part of that was always doing the marketing and telling people about shows, doing things like the website and that kind of thing. So I was in Edinburgh, which has a student-run theatre, which was a brilliant way to learn everything. I actually did more acting and writing than anything else. It gave you the whole overview of how to do everything backstage and marketing there. Even I was doing posters and stuff back then. I then had a period of doing kind of freelance graphic design. When this came up, it kind of seemed like a nice combination of all the bits and bobs I'd done before. I'd always known about Masterclass, so it was nice that this came up, and I thought, yeah, that's the kind of portfolio of things I've done randomly before, and it all came together. It's a very varied thing, so we're always thinking about this web-based stuff and print design. Lots of different projects at the same time, so managing your time and knowing that you've got a deadline for this week, but then 2 days later you need a poster ready, or you're booking people in for an event, so managing your time and things like that is really important. Knowing about theatre as well, our audiences, who comes to our events and who they might want to see, maybe producers, production managers, knowing who those people are, finding out about them, and being able to tell a bunch of actors why they might want to know what that person does. It's that kind of general overview of how theatre works has been really useful, I think. It is nice to be in a working theatre where everything's coming and going all the time. There's lots of quite big starry names about. Ian McKellen smoking in the corridor downstairs, or Anna Friel jumping out of doors and things like that. It's quite easy to wander into a rehearsal or accidentally end up on stage, though that hasn't happened yet. Yeah, it's the vibrancy of the atmosphere, I think. If you've got a belief in what you have, and you know it's a good thing, it's really easy to kind of talk enthusiastically about it and bring people into it, and enjoy putting together the materials that you send out into the world.
And we got Flipper, the cow, who also might be making an appearance at our press performance.
Life skills that come with marketing.